Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 438 of Geeks in Space. I'm Rob Commander Taco Malda, and joining me in pretend low Earth orbit today, I have two of the finest geeks you're ever going to meet. We got ourselves a Rob Roseboom,
Hey there.
and we got ourselves Chris DeBona.
Hello.
Everybody got clean hands.
Super clean.
I mean, of viruses, not of crime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean-
That's that. Yeah. I've got that one. Yeah.
Physically, sure. Maybe not legally, but physically, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. So I have been saving all of my best.
Wait, did we tweet that we were online?
I did. Did you?
I'm gonna do that now.
All
Why
right.
don't you all get started?
I did share a few of my most favorite of memes for the day. So you should definitely check out the Topico Zone. I am.
Oh, but you got to put a link in. You can't
the
just
dis-
say we're broadcasting on Twitters.
Oh, did I
Yeah.
pasted the damn link?
No, you didn't.
All right. Well, then I fail at all things. Hold
Why
on.
are you so bad at things?
Because I don't care about these things. I care
You
about
should
different
care.
things.
Consider caring. Caring is sharing, or something. Eating is seeding, and you didn't post it in the general channel either.
I tell you, man, it's like I'm incompetent.
We have two people on channel who really like us. Let's not screw this stuff up. All right.
Dude, don't piss off Christopher and Jason.
Right?
I'm actually pretty excited. I am at the last step of my giant catching up on making pens. I have now, I think, 12 pens to buff and assemble, which is like,
That's
I
cool.
get to actually be happy about finishing a project because basically I've had 2 hours a night in my shop every day for the last 10 days, and it's been kind of wonderful.
It's pretty exciting.
As I mentioned, my home project has to be stalled for a month now. I'm
No mulch
rebuilding
for you.
I'm rebuilding my planter boxes, and our governor has just made buying plants and paint illegal.
Wait,
So-
seriously? They shut down Home Depot or whatever?
No. I can go in and buy lumber and tools and screws and anything except paint and stuff in the garden department. I wish I was lying. I have no idea.
What's the reasoning behind closing the gardening department?
Don't question Whitmer. She might be our next VP.
I
Yeah.
like Whitmer. Don't get me wrong. I just want to know what's the reason.
I like her too. I just want to finish my planter boxes,
Sure.
And if
So,
I can go
okay.
down to aisle 7 and buy whatever I want, I think I should be able to buy anything from aisle 6 as well. That's
Yeah.
just my point.
Okay.
Well,
what,
and I'm right there with
all right,
you,
I'm
Rob.
just going to Google it because you guys aren't going to tell me.
I'm right there with you, Rob, but here's the one thing I'll say, at least in defense of this thing. The garden center in the Lowe's is like a whole separate building, which I assume requires more staff. So I guess maybe that is part of it. Now, the paint thing is idiotic because there's no way that aisle 7 is more dangerous than aisle 6.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted mulch and paint. That's all.
Maybe you can go out of state for it.
My wife is now in the pantry.
Yeah, I'm
She's taking.
driving to Ohio for mulch.
That's right. This is that sweet Ohioan mulch. My
Right,
wife
it's
is
like
taking all the
firecrackers
shelves.
now.
She's taken all the shelves off of the pantry now and is now moving all of the shelves by inconsequential amounts of inches that will make her very happy. And I'm pretty excited for her to be happy.
I bet. I hate what I did to my floor in my shed.
No,
I need to rip it all out, replace it.
I actually really wish the paint aisle was open because I've been planning on painting my office now for like 3 years, and this would be the perfect excuse to actually do it.
Maybe I'll just put in a rug.
A rug has an acoustic advantage because I mean you echo like a bad boy.
I do?
You do.
Yeah. Well, I've got
I don't know how bad.
live end. It's all live ends in this place. So
The only thing that saves me from the echo is the fact that every possible surface in this office is covered with garbage. Let's see. So, okay, I shared my
That is the
dank.
way to go.
I shared my dankest of memes. There's a good Yoda one. They released the original 1995 Hubble photos of the Pillars of Creation, but shot with infrared. instead of whatever they use, that weird Hubble palette to color everything. So that's pretty cool, actually, to see a different view of that picture that you've seen a million times.
Yes, and well, assuming that you believe the Hubble telescope is actual real thing, actually launched into space.
I mean,
I've seen some things on the internet that, you know.
So at least I once did see a space shuttle launch, which means I know we're capable of putting things that big up there. But that said, that space shuttle could have been empty. And I didn't see the people go in it.
And did you actually see it go into space? No, you just saw it go really high.
That's true. There was really low cloud cover that day, so it might have only gone up to like low cloud cover. Now, I did see other pictures that people took from above it, but they could be liars. They could be in on the whole thing, and they're just trying to maintain the illusion that we live on a spherical planet.
Yep.
All right, I just got a text from Bates, and I'm like, dude, come on the
Right. Why are you not hanging out with us?
Yeah,
I didn't watch last night's devs yet either. I'm behind on that. I'm looking forward tremendously, but it's a sad, melancholy kind of show. And I got to tell you, Chris, it's pretty hard to bring my spirits up high enough to watch a sad, melancholy snow.
Well, let me assure you, it doesn't get any more happy in this episode.
I was not expecting.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
This one's pretty fucking grim.
It's super grim.
So there's that.
Is there any more like 4-minute long gratuitous torture scenes? Because like that's I don't need that.
Well, first of all, I didn't find it gratuitous. Or torture. Second of all, no. Well, okay, yes, by your standard, there might be a scene that you don't like.
All right.
Listen, there's only 2 episodes left.
The scene at the dam in this week's episode was particularly nice for me. You know,
I don't know. That one just left me.
I guess I can't say anything about it.
That one just left me with more questions.
Yes, I thought that one of the people who was in that scene was going to push the other one. I'll just say that.
Me too. I was totally expecting that.
I thought that's what was going to happen. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, the whole time I'm like, she's gonna push it. She's gonna push. She's gonna push. Yeah. So, all right.
Yep.
Let's stop talking. Rob, do your pen while headphones while watching. I don't know. However you multitask, So that'd be fine.
No, I just don't like it when a giant man is like gratuitously breaking fingers and yelling at people for like 4 minutes. So you can do it in a shot, you can do it short, you can do it efficiently. I just don't need like it to be dragged out and like that's just me.
That scene is nowhere near 4 minutes long. I should go back and time it now.
You should. I would guess that the whole. I mean, I guess if you're just counting the most gruesome parts of it, it's only like 5 seconds. But he must be yelling at that one. That episode's 44 minutes long. He must be yelling at that woman for 37 of the 44 minutes.
It's a dude. He breaks the finger of. It's not,
that's right.
It's not a woman.
For some reason, I was thinking it was Elton Pill, but no, you're right. It was the little.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I got it all wrong. I thought it was Elton John in.
Right.
May I suggest you never watch the show Hell's Kitchen if you don't like yelling? It'll be very traumatic for you.
That's not torture. That's verbal abuse, and that's a different bucket. Verbal abuse is funny. See.
Yeah.
It's like he's just making things up now. The torture scene that was 19 minutes long. I couldn't take it.
Torture the movie.
It's just like Saw.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you mean Saw? I mean, there's a whole genre of film about that now.
I actually don't mind Saw, but that's silly. You know what I mean? Like it's a different thing. Like
most of those people had that coming.
They deserve it. They're all just crappy.
Yeah. They were all bad people.
Yeah, it's true. Comeuppance maybe gets like a secret buffer or something, like an excuse.
Yeah.
Let's see. I didn't know that Whitmer was actually in the VP discussion. I just read a whole thing about it this morning, so that's kind of weird.
Yep. I think what is what is helping her lead that charge is her little spats with Trump during this whole
Totally.
thing. I think that is absolutely helping her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she wore that shirt, that woman from Michigan
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah,
and I was
that
like,
was great.
yeah, you go.
Yep. You just earned the vote in the next election from every woman in Michigan.
It's really true, you know.
Locking up those what do we got, 11 electoral votes until after the COVID, and we only get 7 after the next census.
Oh, I'm really sorry, but we've decided to eject Michigan from America based on the census returns.
I mean, the census could even be accurate. It won't matter. We're just gonna make sure that we kill a quarter of Detroit.
Yeah.
All we need to do is dig a really big trench to our south, and then we're just basically an island, right? So that'll be an easy way for them to do it.
I always enjoy the whole Upper Peninsula should secede to Canada thing. I always think that's fun.
It is funny.
They'd like it. They'd be cool with that, I think.
Having lived up there for a while, it is much more like Canada than the rest of Michigan.
But to be fair, even if you drive 1 hour due north from here, you're basically
That's
in
true.
Canada. And if you drive 1 hour east from here, you literally are in Canada.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Well, Canada's nice. Have you considered going there? You get tested. I heard they have vaccines there already. I mean,
Yeah, they're
kind
just
of
testing
amazing.
people, man. They like it. They like their people. It's different than here.
Yeah, they don't want to kill their citizens.
I know, it's weird.
Well, they've pretty much
Super
shut down
freaky.
the border, so
Yeah.
we'd have to swim or sneak in.
Wow, really? I didn't know that.
Now, the border to Canada is a little bit mushy during normal times. We've all had we've had interesting experiences crossing that border
Yes.
on several occasions. My personal favorite, Rob, you have to know this. I'm not sure if Chris ever did, but we went through for a bachelor party, and one of the gentlemen in the bachelor party was 19, and legal drinking age in Canada is 18. We went over there, drank a lot, came back, and he realized on the way back through that he had no ID. And then proceeded to try to like talk his way through the gates, and they wouldn't let him through until they told him to recite the Pledge of Allegiance, and he was too drunk to do it.
Oh, that is hilarious.
I was
And this is I think I remember the story. This is a younger brother of one of our friends, right?
Yes. This
Oh,
is a younger, with a very Dutch last name, who is a
yes.
responsible young man now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yep, I was sitting in the fucking car, and he's just like too drunk to remember the Pledge of Allegiance. And maybe it's different now for the kids these days, but when we were a kid, we said that thing a lot.
Yeah. Well, they're usually pretty good about things unless you say stupid stuff. Were you with the trip where Cowboy Neil decided to bring like 3 pounds of loose tobacco with him, and then told the border agent about it and about whether or not he had to declare it and whether or not it was legal to have that much tobacco, and
And it was
just like,
tobacco. It wasn't like the
yeah,
electric
it was
products.
literally just tobacco. And I'm just thinking, will you please shut up so we can go?
At the height of his pipe smoking phase, where you could literally listen to him talk about smoking a pipe for 7 hours straight.
Well, listen, my pipe is very important, and if I'm going to go to Canada, I must bring my loose tobacco.
Rob, you were with us
Yeah,
for the Trailer
that's
Park Boys one too, right?
hmm Yeah, we got pulled. Our vehicle got searched. We went into the little holding area until we told them we were going to see the Trailer Park Boys. They're like, "Oh, great! You look like Trailer Park Boys fans." And they were super nice after we told them that.
Yep.
Because they were like, like
Only 3 pounds
were
of
at-
loose tobacco?
yeah, they definitely were talking to us and not separating all of us, but talking to different members of the group to try to trip us up. You could tell they're really, really, they didn't believe our story until we're like, "Oh yeah, Trailer Park Boys." They're like, "Oh, sweet."
Trailer Park Boys up in Windsor. Hey, George. Did you hear that?
Did you know the Trailer Park Boys were playing? I'm like, no kidding. Yeah,
They were in London. Uh,
London. Yeah.
the,
Then they
the,
turned
the
us
thing that,
loose.
the thing that tripped us up on that was we drove up there, I believe, with 6 men. And so we rented a car because none of us had a car that was large enough to carry 6 men comfortably that had an average weight, let's say slightly above the median American male weight. So went through with a rental car, and turns out when you drive through the border in a rental car, that raises a flag.
Really? It must happen all the time, though. Maybe it probably raises a flag for not white people, not Canadians. I don't know.
I mean, we're Michigan boys. We're like honorary Canadians.
You're basically Canadians, like,
Right.
yeah, they should be just like welcoming you back into their loving arms, so.
Right. You guys want to stay? We know it's weird that you call your state Ganders.
Yeah. Michiganders.
It's a weird one, man. So guess what? There's nothing new coming out in movie theaters this weekend.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you guys had babysitters or anything lined up or, plans.
Well, there's Tales from the Loop. We haven't talked about that. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't either. There's 2 of them right now, actually. There's that, and there's one other show that, like, a big sci-fi show coming out right now.
What is it?
I'm trying to remember what it is. I'm seeing ads for it all over the place.
Is it on Prime or
Probably
HBO Now Plus?
Blumper?
Apple Blumper? It's definitely on Blumper.
Everything's on Blumper. Oh, there's a new episode of the Clone Wars tonight, though. That'll be good.
SpongeBob.
I like that Rotten Tomatoes right now has the list of feel-good movies, and it has Dolomite Is My Name and Paddington 2.
I heard Paddington is remarkable.
Paddington 2 is wonderful. It is one of just the most perfect movies ever. Glorious screenplay, glorious production, great special effects, everything about it. You'd be hard pressed to pick a better movie than Paddington 2.
I was waiting for you to qualify that and say, except for the Nazism, it was great.
And the gratuitous bear torture.
Yeah. There was like 7 minutes of bear torture.
Tear off his head, sew it on backwards. No, that's a good movie.
I know, right? Very sweet.
Yeah, Paddington when they removed his bile gland, his gallbladder.
When they milked
it took a really dark turn. I thought,
I thought it was a little
an interesting
unusual
choice by the director, but
I thought it was a little unusual when they were talking about how bears like to spray their territory. But hey, kids' movies. What do I know?
It means
it's biology,
scientifically accurate.
Yeah.
Nature isn't always pretty.
I actually rewatched Paddington like the first week of the quarantine because it's that level of like, this will calm me down.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that the anal print research at Stanford works on bears? Maybe that's what it was for. It was for wildlife cataloging. So they just get, various animals to have pictures of their butts taken. So they can
tell you what, I'll get the camera. You get the bear.
All right.
Deal.
Done.
No, actually, there's a researcher named Tanya Berger-Wolf. Coincidence? I think not. No. And so what Tanya does is she's written a bunch of recognizers for the patterns on zebras on elephant skin. It's for fingerprinting them. So when she comes across pictures from tourists or safaris, she can say, it's that zebra. It's that elephant. Yeah. It's that tiger.
They have a whole thing like that for orcas and great white sharks with their fins, with dorsal fins. It's really kind of interesting and cool how they figure that stuff out.
So you know what you're eating in your soup?
Yeah, so which particular SeaWorld ex-captive you're consuming for lunch.
Oh, this is
Franny and I watched Blackfish when it was out in the theaters.
Blackfish, yeah.
And it's like, I remember, it's about how terrible SeaWorld is. No, The Cove. We went and saw The Cove. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's just about how bad people are at SeaWorld. I'm into that. And then I get there, I'm like, oh, this is a depressing movie. Jeez, this is terrible,
Now that has a lot of gratuitous violence in it.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half of like dolphin torture.
Yeah, of just blood beach.
I like
yeah,
that,
that's what the thing is called. It's like, kill Dolphins Beach or something,
I
Yeah,
like that
and then
you
we're
guys are
like,
more sensitive to the animal torture than you are to human torture.
well, to be fair, if it's a half hour of animal torture,
37 minutes out of 44.
It turns out it was 96 minutes out of 30 minutes. That was the the finger scene. And
I guess to be fair too, they were playing pretend, and those fish were actually being tortured.
Yeah, right.
Yes, they
I
were
mean, it's not like
actually
the guy
being
walked
killed.
away with.
They were actually being killed by being stabbed in their blowhole.
This isn't 1930 where Hollywood would just kill people so it was accurate on screen.
Let's just break those horses' legs. That's cool, right?
Right. Have you ever seen any of the stuff that they did to the animals in the original Westworld? I mean, it is horrific.
Yeah.
But they were robots, Robert. Robots.
Yeah. They, like the rattlesnake scene, they actually sewed that snake's mouth onto the guy, onto his clothing. I mean, it's
horrible.
it's something else.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's
you don't want to ever spend any time going back and look at how they made old movies, because like it's one of those things, like it's unfortunate because like they say making, like we were talking about this not that long ago, Chris, where you were talking about wanting to make a movie with animals in it, and like the idea of having a live animal in it, you are so crippled by PETA. Well, the reason that you're crippled by all the rules is because holy crap, we were
holy cow,
we were horrible.
It was literally the Wild West. You could do whatever the hell you wanted, and most of the time it was pretty terrible. So
I admit I have a lot of sympathy for animals. I'm not a vegetarian or anything, but I don't want to see them get hurt.
I love animals, but they are also delicious, and that's
what nerds are for in devs. Hurt the nerds, hurt the programmers, hurt people. There's lots of people.
Yeah, wasn't that guy just like a security expert? I hate those guys.
Well, yeah. I mean, infosec. We have an excess of hackers, as it were. We're fine. No, of course not. It's okay, but it's a TV show. It's pretend, right? You can get past it. But I will say, let's talk about the episode tomorrow.
I will definitely. Well, today's Friday. Do you want to? Are we recording on Saturdays? There are really no days anymore. They're all the same.
I literally forgot it was Friday.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know day. I just know light and dark now.
Yeah. I actually felt kind of bad because Nate was saying that he can't record right now because he's got kid duty during this time slot, and he could only record in the evenings. Like, well, we could do it on Saturdays, but it turns out that in his life, the Saturday is a different kind of day than the other 6 days.
Mm-hmm. Well, honestly, I'm fine with. We should set up a later recording. I miss Nate.
Yeah, I was thinking we could try to do like 2 days a week. Do like an 8 o'clock recording, because Rob, that works for you with the dogs.
So PM sucks for me.
I know.
It's fine though. I mean, you guys can do it. It all comes down to Mr. Roseboom there. He's got the key.
Yeah, I just have a window around 9 o'clock or 15 or 20 minutes that I've got stuff to do. Other than that, I'm free.
Puppy's got a poo.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And that's not a nickname for anyone in the house, if you're wondering, Chris. It was my actual dogs.
Indeed wondering.
Yeah. I saw it. I saw that look in your eye.
Let's see. Holy crap. There is like literally nothing anywhere in any way, shape, or form that doesn't involve a freaking pandemic.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the news that there is. Although I did like the video of the Italian mayor chasing people with a drone, screaming at them to go inside. I thought that was pretty funny.
I have to see this. I have not seen it.
Paste it into general, and I'll throw it up on the Taco Zone, Rob. was actually like every single year since I moved back to Michigan, like April rolls around and I want a drone every single year. And I always do the research and I never end up pulling the trigger because, the drone that I want is always like $1,000. And, I'm like, it's $1,000. It's too much money. But right now I would just love to have a drone because I don't go anywhere. It would be cool to, I realized today is day 31 since I've ridden in a car.
Oh my goodness, seriously? I know that my Chroma Cam is playing hell with this, but I've been charging up my drone because, typically it's not safe to fly around here, but turns out things change.
A lot of room.
A lot of room now. So yeah, it's just nutty.
We live in a weird, wild world, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna fly it and take a look at the highway. See how it's doing.
I imagine the highway is not that different out there, seeing as how you guys' highway is always kind of stupid.
No, it's not just different. It's empty, man. It is just
Really?
empty. Yeah. But people are out of practice driving, so like they're just doing dumb things, me included,
Like you're trying to do okay, so remember when the first time that you played like a whole bunch of Tony Hawk on your PlayStation and you grind rails and you just do that for like a week and you're just grinding rails and doing all your kickflips and everything. And then you drive across the bridge in Holland, Michigan between the north side of town and the south side of town on your way to the office. And all you can think about is how cool it would be if your car could grind the rail across the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like actually kind of like doing this thing. Is that just me?
It's just
No, grinding across Lake Makatawa sounds awesome.
Oh dear God. Final Fantasy VII Remastered is out. That was the one thing that I was kind of looking forward to doing. I tried Animal Crossing. I can't do it. It's just I'm not finding any fun in it.
Have you tried opening your heart?
As you are well aware, Rob, my heart is very, very close to the surface. And Animal Crossing is truly adorable, but it doesn't have the same. Maybe I'm missing something, but I haven't found where's the addictive part. I just find myself doing shit and then having full bags and then being angry that I have a full bag. Let's see.
Sorry, I was just getting annoyed to get onto my floor. All right.
You got to get a rug, man.
Let's get a rug. That's a great idea.
But don't buy it from the Lowe's because you can't buy mulch.
Oh yeah. Well, also you can't buy flooring. That was the other thing that was banned. So you can't buy flooring either.
Were they just trying
to?
They were trying to restrict sale of things that send people to the emergency room or something? Like, is there like a flooring related emergency room problem?
I think that they're trying to allow you to continue to have construction, but they don't want you to do finishing because I think that they're trying to like draw a line between like urgent and less urgent. Because if you stop construction, then like
you can build the skeleton of a house. You can frame it all out, lay the foundations, do all that stuff, but you can't ever finish it. That's what they're going for, I guess.
Right.
Real Americans, patriotic Americans, buy another house and just move in. Right. We have a buying houses crisis.
Yeah.
I have a pretty
we support framing carpenters in Michigan, not finished carpenters.
That's right.
Don't come and talk to me. Don't come and talk to me about Brad or pin nails. Only finish nails.
Yeah.
That's right. Those are in a different aisle, different department.
Yeah, seriously.
We're not letting Steve come in. He's the expert in fasteners.
Yep.
Folks, we're at the 30-minute mark, and it is pretty clear to me that there is literally nothing that we can talk about anymore. But I'll watch Devs.
Yeah, you should totally go do that.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it tremendously. I can live with the sad, but there's other people in my house who are more struggling with that. Gentlemen, this has been 438 episodes of Geeks in Space. I would like to thank Rob Roseboom.
See ya, everybody.
Chris DeBona.
Yep.
I'm Rob Commander Taco Malta, and I am hoping that you are having more fun than us, but I bet you're not. Quarantine's rule.